Yes, welcome to the Arsenal stand, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Mr. Laughter, right here, and we are back again. It was Champions League night, and as you guys know, Arsenal made it to the top of the table, and they never disappointed us, much as they disappointed us at the end. I never expected this team that is number 38, 35 in the league to have scored even a single goal against Arsenal. But you know what? It's all done and dusted, and Arsenal uh top of the league, both leagues, that is Champions League and the um Premier League. But we are here to discuss about the Champions League, how the game went all through, and I want your views as well. What was your take of the game? As you can see the title there, Mikel Arteta today praised the man that has been out for almost a year, and he's back in the Arsenal squad. That is Kai Havertz. So Kai Havertz is back, and we want to talk about him as well because he has really done something that I feel like some of the midfielders at Arsenal haven't been doing. As we know, many people criticize him a lot, and a lot of people criticize Kai for not being the the person or the player that we want. But today he showed his purpose and why Arsenal still need to have him in the squad. And I feel like he did really, really well. Like all his passes were forward passes. I never saw even a backward passes from Kai, and I'm just here to praise him today for the job well done because we needed somebody today, and we needed this win so bad. And I'm very very excited to discuss with you guys what I saw in the game. I would say the game was a game of two halves, as I can call it. The first half was very, very fluid, like everything was flowing. The players were on it fast, and everybody was moving and driving the ball up, down. The lineup was just on it. Like I said yesterday, if you were here and following the Arsenal stand yesterday, I gave my lineup. The only player that came in that I never thought that would have started is Fury ahead of the lineup that I gave you yesterday. But everything was just spot on. The only thing I missed was Fury coming in, and I think I did put maybe Gabriel Jesus to start. Um, so those are the two players that I didn't put in my starting 11. But I'm glad that Arsenal finally completed the phase, and what is gonna come in the next phase is pivotal. Like we need to be on top of it. Otherwise, all this that we have done, all the records that we have, will just mean nothing completely if we don't go ahead in the quarterfinals and play our games to the best that we could in the Champions League. And I think Arsenal is really, really in a good position to go and win the Champions League. There are some key things that I've seen today in the game. Much as we changed the team so much, I'm very, very optimistic. And looking at the game itself, I feel like Arsenal have done wonders in the league. There is no team in the entire European League since the league phase has started that finished the Champions League phase with 24 points, 8 games played, and totally that is a history maker. Arsenal is just very good at making history. If you think of the invincible, Arsenal are now the invincible in the Champions League phase, guys. Would you believe it? Um, would you believe that? Man, it means nothing completely if you to think of it, but history is history, so we enjoy that and have fun with it. But thank you so much. I see Joe there. Thanks for joining. So yeah, chipstick. Yeah, thank. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. You can send it right away. That should be great. But yeah, I think the only thing that um I I disagree with or maybe didn't enjoy is the second half. We had so many chances. Gabriel Jesus should have scored two crucial goals when he came in, and also Gyökeres should have scored at least two chances that was just very clear chances. And in my mind, when I was looking at the game yesterday, I thought we were gonna just wallop this team 5, 6 goals, which we should have if we had taken all our chances in the match that we played. But Arsenal is just very, very, very difficult to predict sometimes. The games that you feel like they should be winning, unfortunately, they don't really win. W- but all in all, the game was good. The first half was very, very good. I feel like everyone was on it. No good played really well, and I wanted to see him in the midfield because he hasn't been having chances like that. So seeing him play that ball that he passed to Gyökeres, I think it's the third goal. The way he like back heeled it to Gyökeres, and then Gyökeres passed it up there. That was a very good pass from Nogard. I didn't know Nogard could have like something instinct like that in him, but that was a very, very good pass for the third goal, which was kind of gonna be ruled as an offside, but it was a good assist. Now Kai Havertz, people, let's talk about Kai today. Because Kai, many people have always, forever criticized Kai in all means. I feel like Arsenal fans, just because maybe he came from Chelsea, there is always that aspect of the mind where people don't really like him, but he's a good player. We could say he's not good in the midfield, but today, maybe because the team is just so bad, that's why he was flourishing and is like driving the balls. His thought were all like forward, turn and pass, and he played really well in that number 8 or number 10 role, switching with Eze. And I feel like he was very sharp. And I would put him in contention for Leeds, guys, because I feel like in on Saturday when it comes to Leeds, he should come on. And I have seen the way Kai played today, guys. We have seen what Odegaard was missing. Like you saw that pass that he gave to Gyökeres and the goal that Gyökeres scored. Normally with Arsenal, if you get a ball at that position, like with Odegaard or maybe Eze, they will pass it on the wing. But like the way he just turned with that ball and straight into Gyökeres with those runs, the through pass I was talking about yesterday, this is the one that we need as an Arsenal fans, guys, because it's really, really, really important. And those are the kind of goals that Gyökeres used to score when he was still in Sporting. And I feel like maybe Kai has been watching and seeing how Gyökeres plays in most of his games, and like that was a very, very good run from Gyökeres. And if Arsenal can treat Gyökeres like that and feed him with those kind of balls, I guarantee that we shall have so many goals. Um, um, so many goals from Gyökeres because it's been a challenging start for Gyökeres for sure, but it's not only down to him. We know he's capable of scoring goals, like scoring 100 or so league goals in Portugal. He still got it, like the way I think. But it's only upon Arsenal to really take that step to um, give him the chances. Like if you don't create anything for your strikers, you don't have to blame the strikers because even if the striker comes to look for the ball and then um, it's always difficult for you to run back and forth as a striker to gather the ball from the midfield and drive it through to the 16 or maybe 18 box or even so it's just challenging. But I feel like we have seen the benefit of Kai today, and he is very, very sharp. He was very, very sharp. I see all everyone in the chat. Thank you so much there. So you can really, really let me know about the game that we're playing, and we shall. I will get back to you as soon as possible to give you a view as well. So if you want to be part of the show, you can just tap me in there. I will send you the link so you can come and give your views on the game. So we are looking at the Champions League. Arsenal breaking all the records that has been there. They would have broken a bigger record if this Carrick had not scored the goal, the last goal, that is the second goal from Carrick, because that would have been history for Arsenal to have not conceded. Conceded, I think, more goals in the Champions League because of those two goals that those guys scored. It kind of just tarnish that record that they were going to have for the team in the Champions League group phase that conceded like the fewest goal in the league. Because right now we see that Arsenal, with the 24 points that they got, they scored 23 goals and they conceded 4 goals in the entire league phase, which was really, really immense, like very, very good for the Arsenal. But now that is not all. We need to uh, move on and see what is next, because winning the league phase is not the beginning and it's not the end. So we still have the bigger part of the game left, which is the knockout phase. So if we go to the knockout phase and Arsenal still continue to perform the way they did in this phase, I'm very, very actually, I'm
Did
very, very.
in this
So excuse me
phase.
here. Is I'm very, 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 very optimistic that we will be in good shape to move on and perform and get all the best from the players with the squad that Arsenal has. I don't believe there's any better squad to win the Champions League. Um, we know the Real Madrids are there, the Bayerns are there, PSG are there, but with the current squad of Arsenal, if Arsenal can compete and really, really put their game, like what we call a game, I don't see any other team in the European leagues, 5 prominent leagues, to outcompete Arsenal. But also, one thing that we need to be cautious about, like Arsenal, sometimes when they're doing so well, they tend to have some complacency, which is very, very wrong. Because when you look at the Premier League itself, the last 2 games that we played, drawing 2 and losing 1, it feels like they get comfortable when they're winning so much. I'm glad in the league phase for the Champions League they focused and they finished it the way they wanted to finish. But now we are going out to the bigger portion of the game where we need action. We don't just need you to win and then stay there. It's a knockout stage. We see the best of you in the knockout stages, because if you finish the last 16 and move on to the quarterfinals and semifinals, as we finished in the semifinal last season, I'm very, very optimistic that if the draw for the Arsenal favored us, if the draw for the Champions League favored us at some point, I feel like we would go on and make it to, for sure, to the Champions League final. It has been many, many years. I think the last time Arsenal went to the Champions League final, that was 2006. I was so young by then. But now they have that opportunity to show to the world that even if we have not won the game or won the Champions League completely, we have the chance to do it. And the chance to do it is this season, 2025, 2026. And it's very, very important that Arsenal, even if they are finished in the top phase, the advantage that I have with the top phase is if you finish number one, every single game of all the league phases, of all the knockout phases, they will be playing their last game at the Emirates. That is the one rule that they changed, because when they did it last year, even Liverpool that finished first, they still played their last game, I think, at PSG or something like that, which Slot wasn't happy with it. So he was saying like they have to change the rule. I think they maybe listened to him and they had that discussion that what is the benefit of you finishing in the top 8 and then you don't just have um any game favoring your side. It looks like just it's for fun. So now that they have changed the rule, Arsenal is at a better position really to um to to play their first game at away and then play their home games as the last game. Champions League is 2 legs, so that is a big advantage, and we should take good use of that, knowing that Emirates has been a fortune and has been a very good ground for Arsenal, and many opponents when they come, they face it rough there, with the exception of Manchester United that really went up but so much last Sunday. But it's been great. The journey has been really good, and it's really tricky to see every single thing that we normally um, see. But that is one thing that I wanted us to really look at. Now, looking at the game again, I wanted to see some of the key players that I looked at today in this match. There were two young boys that came in, Ibrahimi and then Brando. Those are two young guys that came in. They had their debut, and yeah, Arsenal always give chances to young lads. So I saw their game. They did okay, and first time and playing in the Champions League, it was good for the young kids also to come in and try and see how Champions League games are played. And I think, like, yeah, Mikel Arteta did a good thing to put them in, and so that they can also play. Yeah, for the young kids, you just need to let them acquaint them with the environment. That was a good game for them to come in, and we appreciate Arsenal still keeping that to as a culture that we value so much in at the Arsenal. Now, the other thing is, I saw how Martinelli today really played in the wing. We know Trossard didn't come in and he didn't play in this match, but Martinelli was really uh, sharp in this game. Leave alone Madueke as well. We know Madueke has his own issues where, like, he doesn't play as great as we always know. But I'm very happy that at least Martinelli was on it. He has been very good in the Champions League since we started it. In the league phase, I think he might be having almost 4 goals. I think I have to check first, but I think he has been um, very good in the Champions League. And he was asked about it one time why he does so well in the Champions League, but the Premier League is a little bit tricky. His answer was that maybe the Premier League, the game is a little bit tricky because there's no space for running, and like everybody is so squeezed and everybody wants to be man to man, like, on you. But in the Champions League, it feels like they have more space, and Martinelli breathes on the space. Like, he strives in the spaces that he sees ahead of him. He's a fast and a quick player, so if he has that space and you leave any little bit space for him, yeah, he's gonna run through and score. Like, looking at the goal that he scored again against Bayern Munich, you can see how fast he went and looped that ball over Noah. So he is good in the Champions League, but I wish he could, like, transform or move that form into the Premier League. That would be great, but I would still keep him in for the Leeds game, for sure, because I don't think Trossard has been great in the last few games that he played. But yeah, we will see. We will talk about the Leeds game probably on Friday or Saturday, depending on when we're playing Saturday, actually. So I'm going to do a preview of the game on Friday tomorrow as we come on here, and then we shall see most of the things that I want us to discuss on the Leeds game. But I'm very glad that at least we got back to winning ways, because it's not easy. After losing a game, you always want to bounce back, even if it's not in the in the Premier League, but at least we got back to the winning ways that we all wanted, because that, let me say, that game between Manchester United and Arsenal really slowed us down, and emotionally, it was too much on other people, and even the players. I think they might have felt it so much that they really wanted to get back today, and I would have really appreciated if they scored more than 3 goals, which it looked like they should have, but because some days you score more goals, some days you don't. But I am impressed with the performance. The performance was good. I could see that they were trying their best to really perform. And Eze was really electric and he played well. I'm gonna do my player rating in this live stream in a bit, but I'm just very, very happy that we got back to winning ways. And the main man that has been off for a very long time, Kai, came back and he also scored his goal. And he was the man of the match as well. So I appreciate that Mikel Arteta gave him that 45 minutes or so that he can play. Because sometimes when you are back from injury, knee injuries are not fun. Like they are not fun because knee is part of the body that it's very tricky. If you don't really recover from it very well, yeah, you will never play football again. But we give all the credit to the medical team for working so hard, like to bring him back. And I think he's gonna be very, very, very important moving forward towards the end of the league. Because like Mikel Arteta said, that Kai Havertz gives them a different age that nobody has. Much as we think he's a slow person or he's not so good with the ball, but I feel like he has something that some of the players that we have is um, are not having. Like there's a difference. He's tall, and he has that intellectual, mental ability to vision things that maybe some other players don't. And he has a different quality compared to Odegaard, compared to Eze. Even at the striking, if he's to be put on top, he's a very different striker with Eze. I mean, with Gabriel Jesus and Gyökeres as well. So he's gonna really, really improve Arsenal in some of the aspects. Not that he's gonna be the best in my view, but he's going to help Arsenal towards the end of the season if he stays fit, because knee injuries are not fun. Like I said, you can play well today, the next day you're off because um, ligaments and stuff like that are not fun. And medical wise, I know that it takes time for you to get back to the rhythm. But looking at his game today, I think Kai has brought something that, like I said, I've not seen any Arsenal player do for a while, and that is giving the through pass to Gyökeres. And I'm very, very optimistic that even if Arsenal play Kai in the midfield, like number 10 role or 8, they should be in good shape to score more goals. And we need that. We really, really need that for sure. And yeah, I'm glad that we have that in mind. Now, let's see player ratings as well. We want to go real quick. We're not going to take long for the live stream today. Let me see the player ratings here real quick. If you have any of your player ratings, let me know. So with the player ratings, I'm gonna start with Kepper. I think I'm gonna give Kepper. I will give Kepper a 5. Why? Because I feel like the last goal that the carrier scored, he could have done better on that because I mean, Kepa is just like, he's a good player, but I feel like he's not is not as capable in stopping balls, like actually balls that come from up, like aerial balls, compared to Raya. And even with the penalty, he went the wrong way. And looking at the way that guy played his penalty, he could have just like gone the other way because he was looking very well. But I feel like Kepa has that weakness, probably to judge whether to go for the ball or not, or like positioning wise, his positioning sometimes as a goalkeeper. I've been a goalkeeper myself, and I know how sometimes you misjudge certain situations. So I feel like if Raya was to play in this game, Arsenal could have, maybe they could have not conceded any, but we know Calafiori made that mistake pulling that shot. But um, I don't blame him for the penalty, but I blame him for the second goal. So I'm giving him a 5 for that. So let's go to That is MLS Call of Fury. So starting with Call of Fury, I feel like Call of Fury played well. I mean, I know he's coming back from injury, and he caused that penalty, and which he would. I mean, I don't know why he even pulled that guy's shirt. That guy was not gonna score anything, even if he had not pulled him down. But I give him a five as well, because he's coming back from injury. So I don't penalize him for that. But he should have done better. That is with Calafiori. Now in the defense, I'm gonna give Christian. Uh, Christian has been great. I know it's his first season at Arsenal, but the way he plays, that guy is immense. Like he's so good. I just don't know how Arsenal just paid a very little amount of money for Christian, because it's Mosquera is so good. Like a very good defender. He's still young, but I feel like he reads the ball and reads the game so well, like super well. And he played well, so I'm giving him a seven for playing so well in the game. Now that is a seven for. Let me know your rating. This is my rating. I give Mosquera a seven. And then I'm giving Ben White also um, a seven because he played well. He passed that ball also to Kai, which was good. I saw it, but I think yeah, I gave him a seven. That is for Ben White. And then in Capier, I give him also seven. He missed that ball. He should have edited it for the last goal, but yeah, that was his problem. So I give him a seven as well. But that's the defense. And then when it comes to midfield, Eze, I give him a eight. Probably he played well, much as he didn't really do so much. I give him an eight. And then when you go to Kai, I'm giving him. Let me give him nine. I can't give him 10 because he didn't finish the whole game. So, because coming back from the injury like that, I give him a nine. And yeah, let me know your player ratings. I'm giving Kai a nine for the game that he played very well. No good. I'm giving him a seven. He played well. He did give that assist, pre-assist, I would say. But I give him also probably, yeah, let me give him a seven. Gyökeres, I'm giving him a seven. Martinelli, seven. Madueke, I'll give six. Who else came in? Oh, Gabriel Jesus came in but did nothing. He should have scored two goals. I gave him a five for missing all those chances. Those two boys, Ibrahimo and Brado, who came in, they're young stars, so they can get 6-6. That's good for them to do that. And then who else came in? No, Odegaard came in, missed a very crucial chance. I give him probably six or so. That's good for Odegaard. Yeah, let me know if you disagree with that. Let me know in the rating as well. Now I'm going to comments. Put in your comments here. Let me see what you guys have. There's somebody here who said, let me look at the comments real quick and I will see who is this person. So we have, let's see here. We cooked you last weekend, bro. I hear Jubs. I hear you. I know. That's been going. Let's leave things that are past behind us. We are moving forward, So Arsenal is moving forward. We are not going backward. Even if we have been beaten, that is good. And we are putting it back of my mind. We've won the game today, and we are top of the league, the two leagues so far, and we have to embrace that. Mikel Arteta said yesterday, embrace every single step of the journey because you never know. Even if you win or you lose today, don't laugh at us. Don't over enjoy, but enjoy it for a while. But the journey is still ahead. So we have to focus and put our mind ahead so that we can go in for the bigger prize. So it's not about what happened against Manchester United on. Um, somebody saying, who's saying bottle again? You guys just bottle it every year. You better be kidding me. We still have 15 games left in the Premier League. Who is talking about bottling? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Arsenal is still on top of the two leagues, the biggest league in Europe for sure. And you're talking about bottling. Losing one game doesn't mean you're bottling it. I disagree with you totally, but you're entitled to your own opinion. So I don't have to really disagree with that. But I don't think we are going to bottle this season in any way. And then you might win Carabao Cup. That's it. You bottle Jobs. Thank you, Jobs. Yeah, if we go with Carabao Cup, that is going to be a driving force, by the way, because if Arsenal goes to win Carabao Cup against Manchester City, who are the ones who are going to be challengers in the Premier League, you'll be boosted. Like you have that winning mentality coming in and reigning over you like crazy because you know that if you beat Manchester City in the Carabao Cup, of which I know they're gonna qualify for sure, and the final might be between Arsenal and Manchester City. I'm not overriding Chelsea still, but I think we will overcome Chelsea at the Emirates, and Carabao Cup would be very very important, like super super important. If we lose Carabao Cup to Manchester City, that's going to be devastating. Like it's going to drop down all the energy, and Arsenal fans will go crazy as always. If Arsenal loses, like Arsenal fans will be over the, I don't know, not even over the moon. They will be down in the sea probably, or under the sea, because it will be crazy. But let's see. We are not yet over. I know we have that one goal advantage, but Emirates nowadays anybody can score. Looking at today's game, nobody would ever thought that the team that is number last in the Champions League would score at Arsenal. But guess what? They scored two goals. So let's see if Chelsea come to the Emirates and we give them those opening and have those free spaces for them. Yeah, they have good players that can score, like Esteval and maybe Nato and those ones. The guy from Manchester United, Guy Nacho is there. He could even score. So let's give them a chance. But I'm very optimistic that Arsenal will win the Carabao Cup against Manchester City, and that would be a boost, not only like a boost with a small, like a big boost to win the Premier League, because that's the energizer. I would say they would have tested the sweetness of winning something, because the only problem with this team that we have at Arsenal team is they have not won anything. So if you win something, even if it's small, even if it's a very, very small cup or trophy, that gives you more momentum, gives you more belief in yourself that you can do it. So I'm serious here that even if we know for sure that it's not uh, going to be easy, but if Arsenal goes ahead to win, be my guest. We will see. So let's see. Hey, this is Black Warfare. Please subscribe to the channel and be part of the channel. Thank you so much for joining. I might be one of your earliest fans. Oh yeah, I believe so. Probably. What do you mean, like subscribing wise, or like joining me in the chat? Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know, but you can remind me probably, because I have so many people. I have 1,400 something people, so I can't go back to check each of them every time. But if you write a comment, I always get back to you. And those ones who watch later also, if you write any comment, you leave any comment, and you want me to improve of anything, or you want me to talk about things, and you want me to invite you in the chat and be part of the show as well, I will send you the link if you contact me and we discuss together, because this is the channel. It's a fun channel, Arsenal Stand, where you give your opinion and have fun and share what you love about Arsenal. So I'll be open. If you have good internet and you have your phone and you show your face, and well, you want to discuss Arsenal and you have your own channel as well, you want to collaborate with me, fine. Just get me, DM me, or just text me on there. You will be able to. I will be able to send you the link, and yeah, I'll send you everything, and we meet, and you come and discuss Arsenal because this is a fun channel, and I want you to enjoy and have your opinion as well in the channel, so that we can, yeah, football is all about fun, guys. I love football. I played football myself, and I love Arsenal. So sharing things about Arsenal is always something I love to do. So if you have anything, not only on the chat, but you want to be part of the show, just let me know ahead of time. I send you the link and I invite you. We can I'll have you waiting here uh, on the background, and then you join later as well to be part of the show. But when somebody, the Black Worth is saying, I mean, Black Wall Fix, Black Wall X 2340 saying, but when Odegaard came on, it just dropped the mood of the team. Um, I I think sometimes people have a gender on Odegaard, because he's also still recovering from injuries. So we need to give him a chance to grow back to the level where he was in the season, because we can't just say Odegaard is weak. I know he's not like that energetic player or very strong physically, but he has that mental play where he plays well. But every day is not a Sunday, like I said. But if you give him a chance, and we give him the chance to play his ball, I feel like he's a very, very good midfielder. Um, but believe me, today we might say Odegaard is weak or he's not really performing, but next week he might perform well. But the only thing also we have to know that Odegaard doesn't perform well when it comes to big matches. Since he joined Arsenal, I don't think there is any match that I can say that the big matches, let's say between Real Madrid or between Manchester City or maybe Manchester United, like Liverpool, I've never seen him play in those matches as a captain. Like, your captain should be different from other players when it comes to those big deciding games. But I feel like he's always undercover. Like, he hides. He's not like on top of it when it comes to the big matches. And that is his only problem that I see. If we could improve on those things, I believe he will be a better player. But also, let's give him grace because he was injured. So um coming back, two shoulder problems, ankle. So those are three very crucial places in your body if you are physically running every single day, and you know your shoulder is hurt and it's still healing. Maybe it has healed, but you're kind of skeptical to move it around, and also your ankle has some problems. It's just like natural in your brain. You play with caution, and that's what I think Odegaard is undergoing. He's still thinking of his pain or his problem that he had or this medical problem much as he's healed. But like sometimes your psychological brain, I mean, thought can ruin some things that you, because with those tackles and all the things that he used to do, now he still has some caution, not going full force to tackle, knowing not going full force, running around, passing. So we give him time. I think he can change, and he will be a better player for us. The season is still way far to finish. We still have Champions League, we still have FA Cup, we still have um, Carabao Cup, and also the Premier League. So we, with the squad that we have, we should be good enough, guys. We should be good in all ways, by all means. What else? There was somebody saying Havertz was superb today. Yeah, I agree with you. He was exceptional, like really, really exceptional. I know maybe because he hasn't played for a while and he wanted to show Mikel Arteta that he's ready, because I feel like Mikel has been saying that yes, he is ready, but they want to control his load. They want to really divide his load accordingly so that he can have that rest when he needs to. Because when you coming back from injury, just if you overload a player, they will go back down. So I believe the way Arsenal is taking Kai, because he's important in the team, It's very, very important that we let him rest. We let him also play some of the few matches that we think is suited for him. And then later on, I feel like in the season, we should be at a good shape to invite him and play more games, right? So it all starts slow because if you don't manage load very well, it's gonna be difficult. And yeah, that's all with balancing. Because as a coach, it's very, very easy to say, "Oh yes, you're fit, come back." Like how many times have we seen Mikel Arteta bring players back on very quickly and they go back down? So I feel like they're doing a great job to manage its load. But he was immense today. He was super, super good. By all means, like if our midfielders can play like him. I know this is a very, very weak team. We can praise him for this, but anyway, he was man of the match, so we give him his flowers. But let's see what he can do in the Premier League against Leeds that are like super. Um, uh, I would say better, maybe compared to this team that we played. So we will see. But he was good. I appreciate your take on him. And is there any other that we have here? Some of this one. What language is this? Somebody wrote some language here that I don't know. I can give them a some people here can give them what we call a break. If you write something that is not important, I just give you a break. And but let's see. Okay, nothing much is here, but yeah, if there's no comment, we can see something that I have here on my board. So the next things that I want to talk about is some of the key things that I saw in this game that wasn't really showing in some of the games that we last played. The three games that we played. Number one that I that was very, very important. I felt like today we had the desire and the energy to show that we wanted to complete the league phase with record breaking mentality. I feel like something like that maybe was a driving force for them. And also, I know Mikel Arteta said yesterday in his press conference that they sat down, they reflected on everything. They want to play with conviction. And the conviction that he said probably has been shown today in the amount of energy and the strength and the way the Arsenal players played today. I saw at least a sign of urgency. I saw that players were willing to make tackles, players were willing to run up and down the pitch. Like you would see Martinelli dribbling and passing, and like we could see the desire in the first half there. Normally, Arsenal used to play the second half well compared to the first half, but I look for this match here that we watched. I feel like it was game of two halves. The first half was prolific, like everything was smooth, free flowing. You could see every little thing that Arsenal were doing here and there. They were passing well, pass, move, flow, one touch, two touches, three touches. But when Kai Havertz came off in the second half, it was totally different team. So I don't know whether it's like a drop down or something happened in some of the players and they couldn't really um, play the way they played. Not that they was like very, very poor, but I feel like they created chances that they could have scored. Like I said, Gabriel Jesus should have scored two, three goals, very clear goals. I know he scored one, but it was offside. So he was sharp when he came in, but like I felt like the level dropped a little bit in the second half. So my only concern is, are we still going to be that team that yes, we want to show that we are ready to win the league or ready to win the Champions League by playing very well in the first half, and then second half we just scroll around and not really perform since you're really winning. We need to avoid and stop that issue where when we are two goals up, one goal up, now we we stay in the first gear like everybody's floating like a boat, just like going flowing with the monsoon wind. That's how we used to call it, like free flowing. So I don't know if that is the case, but if we can change that as Arsenal, have that desire and play with urgency and play with the strength and play with that conviction, like Mikel Arteta said, we will for sure move on in the Premier League on Saturday. I'm gonna do my preview with the game tomorrow. You guys can join me again tomorrow around this time, and we can discuss the preview on that match, just to be sure that um, we some of the things that I think Mikel Arteta would do, or maybe also discussing the lineup itself and some of the things that I expect Arsenal to do in that game, because Leeds United is not a very easy team. Like, going to their home is they have been really, really good this season. Much as some people underrate them, but they are like horses. They run and run and run. Like, I feel like Leeds United is one of the teams that they don't get tired. It's almost like Bournemouth. Like, they keep running at you. So with the leaky defense that we have, if we are not very careful with Leeds come Saturday, and we play like we played today, first half very well, and then we scored and relax, Leeds United will challenge us so much, and we have to be on our game. I don't want us to lose again. Losing to Leeds United will be a crime. It will be a crime of the highest order. And you will know how Arsenal fans are. Like, there will be total meltdown, like total meltdown, entire world. Looking at the Arsenal fans that I know, it's gonna be, it will be crazy. But let's hope for that. I don't want to think of the negative ones. We are still in the good mood, winning Champions League, tabletop, breaking records that no one has ever broken in the league phase. We're in a good mood, so let's enjoy that for now. Let's not think about something that is not gonna uh, probably happen. But I hope this win can rejuvenate us and like re-energize us and make us move farther in the league, and probably give us that momentum to beat Leeds United. It's not going to be easy. All right, I have another comment here. Let me see. If you have anything, just let me know in the comment. I need your opinion. My friend just had a baby and she wants to name her son Gabby or Gabe, but the last name is um, Honors. What do you think about the name Gabe? How do you pronounce that? Gabe or Gabby Honors? Um, is that related to Arsenal? What is that? I don't understand that completely. How do you pronounce it? Gabe or Gabby? Um, that's a tricky question. I'm not good at naming people, so I would say go with what you think is good and go with a name that is meaningful. Me originally, I'm an African, so every single name we give is it's based on probably life situation, probably um, how you were born, the condition, and stuff like that. So every single name that you have has meaning. So I would say choose a name that has give you the best meaning to you and to your family, and you think about it. So um, that's what I can say. So choose what you think is good for your family and it has meaning to your family, because you can't just choose any other name that doesn't show the value of your family. First of all, maybe if you believe in something, it doesn't show the value of something like that to your family. So I think you can just choose what works for you. I I That's what I can say in my opinion. Choose what works for you and a name that has meaning to you, because every name is different. Yeah, that's what I can say as far as with the name that you want to talk about. But yeah, choose what is good. Um, yeah, let me see the last thing here. So we're going back to what I looked at Arsenal. So we had the sense of urgency, and we had how the players were really, really on it, and they played so well for this game, the last game of the Champions League. Now, another thing that I saw in this game that was very, very important is the way Mikel Arteta structured his team for this match alone was a little bit different. Tactically, he played out well in the first half. Much as we saw that it was 4-3-3, but I feel like the way um I wish I could, let me see if I can. I wish I could share my iPad here, but tactically I would want to share how Arsenal was really dressing, but um I will do that another day, tactical analysis for how. But what I'm meaning is this the way our formation was for this match particularly was a little bit different from the one that we had with Manchester United, which was favorable. Maybe because how Mikata, the way Kai Havertz runs and the way Norgard plays and Eze were all different, and the way they were tracking back, going moving forward with the ball, you could see the difference. I think maybe because they knew they were going to have so much space in the middle, and you could see the balls how they were driving the ball. Like Kai Havertz drove the ball to the uh, there was a there was a try ball where Martinelli should have scored, but he blasted it up. But you could see the run that they had. So it's almost like a diamond shape, if you can understand that. I'll have do a tactical analysis someday when I have everything on my iPad to share with you guys. But if you can just imagine in your brain, like it was it was a little bit different from the way we played against Manchester United, and we could see the difference in the movement up front and the movement coming back to defend. We know Arsenal defend as a team, but in this situation, you could see Madueke and Martinelli tracking back. But once Arsenal get the ball, you could see how they would fly on the wings, like getting ready to run. It's almost like a kind of attacking format where if you're in possession of the ball, you have to look forward to pass the ball. That's why Kai Havertz today was very, very important in that role to carry the ball and just like pass it. If you saw the Gyökeres goal, that was one example of how Mikel Arteta wanted to play today. And I feel like if we can recreate that in most of our games till the end of the season, we should be in a good shape to outcompete Manchester City because um, of late I feel like we have been very very open in the midfield or even in the back line, but because we have been very very uh, lucky with some of the goals that we conceded and still won some of the game or maybe drew or uh, got some games that we would have not won. I feel like because of that, maybe he has changed his tactics a little bit. We shall talk tactics, but I don't want to bore you with tactical things. But that's what I can say with that situation of the things that I saw in this match that we played today. That was very very good. If we can recreate that in most of the games till the end of the season, we're in good shape. We're really really in good shape to win. And then the other thing is, I feel like Arsenal is now with Kai Havertz, we have seen a different style of play that suits Gyökeres. Like I was telling you earlier on, that Gyökeres feeds on through balls. If you watch all of his goals in all the matches that he played, not at Arsenal, but in Sporting, you would see most of the goals that he scored were penalties and also those through balls that he runs. He feeds in running. People think Gyökeres is not fast. He's a fast person. We know he's energetic, strong. With the goal that Kai Havertz scored, you saw how he bullied that person, that defender, and Kai Havertz just uh, made his pass to curved it into the right corner. I think the left hand corner of the goal. So if we can feed Gyökeres with through passes, which Odegaard is supposed to be very, very good at that. I don't know where all that disappeared. He used to do that when he first came to Arsenal, but now it feels like it's all gone. And also, Eze also is good at doing something like that, but if we can improve on that, that can help us to recreate chances. I am just tired of playing the ball left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right every single time and crossing the ball. That's the boring style of play. I feel like if Mikel can really listen to fans and change certain things in the way you play, um, that he's just so adamant. Like he just coached this game so much that he doesn't allow them to be free. At least today, I feel like we had that freedom. The players were free to run. You have the ball, you can run with the ball and create. They were passing the ball quick and fast. There was some freedom today. So hopefully it will be like that moving forward. This issue when we come to big games, he wants to everything to be coach like move here, fly here, pass the ball here, pass there. Like it feels like we are competitive. I mean, repetitive with every single ball, and the amount of time we play in the back of our man, it's just frustrating. Like we play so much in the back. Like if you look at the possession, even when Arsenal have, we know I know we want to play possessive ball, have the ball for a long time, but it just feels frustrating that sometimes you we play so much in the back, and that's why we caused that issue with Zubimendi against Manchester United because we keep the ball so much in the back of our goal. Like if we could move the ball from the back and play mostly in the midfield and move forward, build so quick. Remember when Mikel Arteta first came? Like we were playing freely, and everyone was so like watching Arsenal game was like on point. Like you would never sleep watching. But right now, I feel like you can even sleep while watching the game because we don't have that urgency anymore. Like players are not playing their best game. But anyway, fun time is so much fun. I see here one person. Thanks for joining. Please subscribe, Yedman. Yaman, that is I think it's called Tai Yaman. So thank you so much for joining. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. We'll be here every single day to discuss Arsenal. Today we were looking at what transpired probably in the matches against um Kariak, a team that I've never heard of till they played Arsenal. I know they were the first team to join the Champions League after a very long time. So being that they scored the two goals that they scored, yeah, you can see how celebratory they were. Like they really enjoyed it because you don't dream of scoring against Arsenal. I'm sure some of the players would dream about it for the rest of their life for scoring against Arsenal. Would not do that if you know you come from a really low league. So we give them their flowers. Thanks for gracing the Champions League. Now they can just go home and continue doing some other stuff. Um, uh, yeah, thank you so much here. Oh, thanks, Jess. Jens P. Thank you so much. I love it. Enjoy. We shall be live every single day around this time. So if you're within uh, wherever you're watching from, let me know. But we'll be here to discuss every single day. We're gonna be doing live streams. Sometimes maybe watch along if we have the time. Discuss balls. Like I said, if you're willing to be part of the show, just let me know. I will send you the link and you join. I want to build a team and group of people that discuss on this platform just to share Arsenal. If you love Arsenal, you're here in the right place. And you're welcome to share wherever view you have, as long as uh, it doesn't go off yeah off topic. But yeah, that's one thing I can say. You're most welcome to subscribe and be part of family. I want to build something that everybody can enjoy and have fun and discuss Arsenal, because as you know, we are on top of the league. The elephant is on top of the league. Two leagues actually, not only one Champions League, and we're still in four competitions. Four competitions. That means we are in for what we call quadruple, right? If that English is right. So that means if we are to win all the four trophies, it will be a dream come true. that will never come true because I don't think we will win 4 trophies this season. I go in for two probably at worst. If we can go with Premier League and Champions League, I will be over the moon and I will enjoy and fly to London to watch Arsenal last game for sure. I will do that because that would be a dream come true for me to watch Arsenal win Champions League for the first time, 2026. Because Arsenal has never won Champions League, and nobody can say Arsenal doesn't deserve to win Champions League this season. With the amount of games they have played, 24 points out of 8 games, 23 goals scored, only 4 goals conceded. They are at a very, very good position to win the Champions League. But get me here, it's not necessarily that if you finish first in the first league phase, you're guaranteed to win the Champions League. Knockout stages is totally a different game. We have what we call Champions League giants. And these Champions League giants don't really give you any chance when it comes to knockouts. However much you play the league phase to the best of your ability, to the best of your level, when it comes to knockout, nobody cares. You sleep, you give balls away like we did against Manchester United, you're doomed. You go back to zero. It would be criminal if we finish first and we are knocked out in the last 16. How embarrassing would that be? It would be a record as well. For sure, it would be a record. No team has ever done that in the history of the Champions League, where you won everything. And what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? When you won everything in the phase league, I mean, in the league phase, and then at the end of it all, you just collapse in the in the in the last 16. So let's hope the team that we're going to get in the last 16 will be a very favorable team. And I know with the rule, we are going to play a team that has finished in the middle of the league. I know there's still going to be some qualification afterwards. Let me actually get here the teams that have qualified. If I can share with you on the map, we can look and see teams that have qualified for Champions League. Let's see that real quick, and we will get out of here. Um, let's see teams that have qualified. Let's see qualified. Okay. So with we know for sure get that rolling. Why? Okay, let's see the league here. The table of the Champions League. So we have okay, there is all the team. Let me share with you guys if you're able to see this real quick. Can I just get this off the way? I want to see this. Let me do this real quick. Why are you doing that? So okay. So it's why did it disappear? So yeah, we have Arsenal here leading in the league phase. We have Bayern Munich. Which other? Why is this? Sorry, guys, my computer is misbehaving. But give me a second. Okay. So let's see here again. Okay. This is if Arsenal can get something out of this. Okay. All right. Okay, so here we have Arsenal finishing with 24 points, Bayern Munich 21 points, Liverpool 18 points, Tottenham Hotspur 17 points, Barcelona 16 points, Chelsea 16 points, and we have Sporting 16 points, and Manchester City 16. Those are the eight teams that have automatically qualified for the league phase. They're not going to play in the what we call uh, the qualification run. And then Real Madrid, Inter Milan, PSG, Newcastle, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Atlanta, I mean, Bayer Leverkusen, Dortmund, Olympiacos, Club Brugge, Galatasaray, Monaco, Karabag, Bodo Glimt, and then Benfica all have qualified for the knockout round, which is going to be. Real Madrid is still in the knockout. Wow. They did so terrible. Teams that are eliminated from the Champions League: Atletico Madrid. No, Athletic Club. I thought it was Atletico Madrid. Sparta Prague, Ajax, Frankfurt, Copenhagen, Napoli. Wow, Napoli is out. Athletic Club, PSV Eindhoven, Union, SG, and then we have Buffos and Marseille. All right, so those are the teams that are off. Okay, I see that. Okay. So we're in a good place then. If some of the teams are still competing out. Um, yeah, definitely. That's all for today, guys. Let me know if you have any question. If not, we can call it a day. And I will see you again tomorrow. And thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being part of the show. I will be glad if you subscribe, heading out. And we'll meet again tomorrow to discuss Leeds and Arsenal. As we know, we build up to the Premier League match that's going to be against Leeds United. So get your question ready. If you want to be part of the show, also get your link ready and DM me or email me, and I'll share with you. We can talk ahead of time and see how you can be part of the show to discuss the show as well. So you are so much welcome. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate every single person who has been here, and I love you all. And thanks for joining. And as you go out, like the stream and subscribe and turn your notification for tomorrow's show. And I will see you again tomorrow, guys. And have fun and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much for being part of the show. One love. And bye bye for today. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.